Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. That's right, we're back with the Jacob Wolf story, right? And the fanboys are out there, right? And they're making excuses, and a lot of them are claiming ignorance. Guys, there's ignorance and there's common sense. And this is a real interesting conversation because a lot of these stories really have to do with the mindset of these people that, they get into being YouTubers, Twitch streamers, or, whatever the hell you want to call this. And they forget to be human beings, right? They see everything through the lenses of YouTube or being a social media influencer. I mean, you usually see this in religion, right? And you see this in cults. And this is cult-like behavior. I'm telling you, in many sectors, when you look at it, it's always viewed through that lens, right? Through their religion of being streamers, of being influencers, and their pursuit of clout, of getting more subscribers, of becoming more famous, if you will, becoming more popular. So let's go through the article real quick and let's look at this section right here that they're putting their hats on, right? So this is according to the reporting, right? This is straight from the article. I'll link it down below again just so you guys have it. What we have learned is that Softgiving was not consistently forthcoming with the public nor with the influencers it worked with about its expenses and how it compensated itself. And in several instances, it told influencers a different story than what occurred in reality. Okay. So what they didn't know is how the company was compensating itself. They sure the hell did know how they were getting compensated. Now let's take a sip of coffee and sit on that for a little bit. Wherever you are, probably in the U.S., it's morning right now, maybe 5 a.m. I'm drinking coffee at, 8:20 p.m. over here? You know why? My grandfather used to tell me this. You know why we drink coffee at night? And I said, no, why, Grandpa? Because we have a clear conscience. That's right, I drink black coffee at night and I go right to bed. Because I don't do any of this scammy crap. Not only that, I have a newborn and, I have to be up for a few hours. Anyway, guys. Softgiving, which renamed itself Brand Influence earlier this year, and you already know why because these guys were sniffing around, declined to provide executives for interviews and canceled multiple planned meetings during the reporting of this story. Instead, it filed a lawsuit against one of the authors of this story, Jacob Wolf, on December 14th, prior to the publication of this piece, alleging that he had defamed the company. A letter written by the attorney representing Brand Influence demanded that we did not publish this piece. We believe in investigative journalism in our First Amendment right of freedom to the press. Now, guys, let me tell you this. As unsavory as you might find a lot of these stories, and pardon me because I'm out in the streets here, you can hear the motorcycles out there. It is perfectly legal. It is perfectly legal the way some of these companies are run. A lot of it is missed in the small print. So if these influencers want to claim ignorance of not reading contracts, that's very believable. I think everybody would give anybody a pass for not reading the entirety of a legal contract, right? I don't think anybody has a problem with that. But the fact is that they knew how much they were getting compensated. They didn't care about really what the company was doing, right? They didn't care how the company was spending its own money or what they were doing with the rest of the money they raised because they were the middleman. They only cared about their check and how they were getting paid. Now, let's just think about it logically here. For those of you who are, and let me say this, supporters of these people or the people that leave comments down below, I do appreciate them. Let me tell you, because and those of you who might agree with me have to really appreciate these comments because there really are the points of discussion, right? If we were just sitting here agreeing with each other, it wouldn't be an interesting conversation. You need the other point of view, and I'm just expressing the opposite point of view because this is going to be the minority. The majority of the YouTubers out there and influencers are going to stick up for these guys because it's their business model. For them, this is just another brand deal. The fact that it's terminally ill children involved, that really doesn't matter because it's just another deal. And that's just the way they'll act. Even Satan is like, you know what? Fuck these guys. These guys don't belong even here. Let's put them together with the Nazis and the guy that invented platform shoes. Right? They're in the special section over there. Even Satan is disowning them. Because even if you're working with these people and you don't know what's going on, the minute, and I mean the moment they told you that your compensation was tied to how much money you raised, that really should have rang bells for you. That should have told you this is not a normal operation. Guys, people get paid for appearances all the time on charity events, right? That's nothing unusual. Having them tied like a commission basis on how much money you raise is highly unusual, right? And if you look at these setups, I mean, these are people's homes. I mean, you look at some of these places, I mean, it smells like socks and ass in there, and probably weed. What expenses are we talking about? What security are we talking about, like Gerard? What are all this miscellaneous crap that we're talking about? It's nothing. It's just pure BS, right? To claim ignorance on the contract, you can give them a pass for that. But as soon as they told you what the deal was and how you were getting your money, why didn't you raise your hand, right? Where are the bunch of YouTube videos from these influencers, these 37 influencers saying, these guys lied to me, right? Or these guys wanted to pay me commission. I couldn't do it, so I just returned the money. After I signed the contract, that's all I could do to make it right. None of those videos are there, right? It took this guy, this reporter, to go sniffing around and ask the right questions for people to go, hey, wait a minute, hey, we were lied to too. But you still cash a check, right? You still cash a check. You read enough that you wanted that check. You read enough that you wanted to raise the most amount of money possible because that's how you were going to get paid. You read that much. And you knew that these were commissions that were going against money that was being raised for terminally ill kids, right? You have to be a special kind of son of a bitch to do something like that. Or you have to be so far up your ass in influencer life that you no longer have a regular morality that regular people do. Most of the people listening to me right now, even if they were offered money, right, to do something like this, they wouldn't take it because the people benefiting from the money are actually dying. They're dying. As bad as your situation might be, it's not as bad as theirs. And the fact that you took the money and said nothing, and now you're trying to cover your asses, makes you look like a piece of crap. Let this be a lesson to everybody. Just because somebody offers you a deal doesn't mean it's a good deal, right? And the moment that you suspect something is off, get yourself out of it, because if not, then you end up in, these type of conversations. And guys, I do appreciate the opposite side. I'm not a reporter. I'm not a politician. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not any of those things. What you're listening to is entertainment. So you can delve and keep on talking about these things. These are just my common sense opinions as an everyday person. And I think most people out there would not take the money away from terminally ill kids. That just makes you the kind of person nobody wants to watch on YouTube. It has the opposite effect of why you did this for. But anyway, guys, you guys go ahead in the comments and let them know how you feel about them taking commissions off little kids that are dying. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.